Okay, Final Fantasy 14 online. And I want to be, stormtrooper outfit. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there is still work to do. The ultimate weapon's destruction, it would seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amaja, the XIV, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something. Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. The previous incarnations would seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultima Weapon Maiden's disappearance. You will remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more, to thee. The etheric waves that were observed in Mordana do not appear to bear a connection to any of the beast tribes. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I loathe to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Yamurai? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Yamurai. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures have left me feeling powerless. I want to be stronger, that I might do the right thing. That I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead I cause you all no end of grieving and suffering. I swear to you it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter of the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Urianger has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have powers is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees and that Alamingo can be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is one but many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Miyamorai. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Recall you are meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Luminsians sent word of the summoning of Titan. Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said that unto Mirrorwhip that her people had broken their treaty with the Kobolds and that the Beastmen had justly responded. that had we been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited, I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I feel no compulsion to allow the Lomensians to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon the subject, Minophilia can expect a similar reply. Our many alliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the paths she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very clearly abandoning your principles nice, you know? None can deny that we benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ulda now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Such knowledge as I possessed of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beastman, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. Despair doth begin with the Amalja, who may have already summoned their fourth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wilt do well to seek his counsel. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to extract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our partitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity that we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Mecha wants you to vanquish Ifrit and has informed. Okay. Confirmation has just arrived from the immortal flames. 'Tis as Uringer has said, and I fear the Amalja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is the inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Balsion insist that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns its primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that the recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. Much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everybody's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfili's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, that it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Yamurai. Alphon, Yamurai, is aught miss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that there are reasons Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause. Which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordana. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of additional benefit, it also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years. But I believe this to be the best course of action. As you observed yourself, we have invaluable ties to the local community forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphonse. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphonse. I'm sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I cannot very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Leaving Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Miyamorai. Pray attend to Alphonse. He is engaged in some business on or other, and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphonse waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Philomen was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Eosia, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Philemon's absence stretched for months into years. She saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philemon is alive and well. Alas, they have served to rekindle an irrational hope in Menphelia, which now clouds her judgment. This talk of Uldar as our home, and of the insurmountable difficulties of moving to Mordana, is no more than an expression of her unwillingness to let go. Nonsense, in a word. But, until the tales of Philemon's miraculous preservation have been categorically disproved, I fear she will remain lost to reason. That being the case, I propose we set about disproving them post haste. Let's see how these fanciful claims stand up to investigation. One of the most recent of this latest crop of rumors comes to us by the way of Father Iliad. Question him for me, and I shall look into other alleged sightings and follow anon. Has information that is certain to set your heart racing. If you don't mind me saying, it seems to me like you've been waiting for stimulation as of late. Aye, the air of torpor about you is quite palpable. Adventurers are as next of kin to explorers, my friend. Like us, you need regular doses of excitement, else you are likely to shrivel up and die. I would hate to see that happen to you, so I will tell you of a place that will surely set your heart racing. Amdapor Keep. It is a ruined fortress situated in the South Shroud, dating back to the 5th Astral Era. If the thought of delving into the past sets your loins afire, then the keep will surely serve to quench it. The entrance is watched by a woodwiller named Maxine. Give her my name, and she will tell you all you need to know. How fares the adventuring of late? Your gear holding up against the rigors of the trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of your weapons may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about such things, there is someone I can introduce you to. Her name is Flowena, and she is a collector of all manner of rare artifacts. She just might have something in her stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ulda, but has since relocated to Revel's Toll, so as to be nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have reason to go there, you do well to pay her a call. Okay, good. Quest for once. But where to go first? We have the Church of Santa Barbara. Good evening to you, Mamurai. Alpha told me to expect you. Now, you are doubtless eager to ask me certain questions, but before you do, I must stress that I myself did not see Philemon, though I very much wish I had. I merely hearkened unto the tale of a mourner who came to stay with us. He is still here. If you wish to hear for it yourself, you will find him in the lich yard, I should think. I saw Philemon, just as clearly as I see you now. Yes, I'm sure it was her, before you ask. I could never forget a woman like that. 'Twas nigh on 7 summers ago I first set eyes on her, and still remember it as if it were yesterday. I am happy to report that the years have only made her more beautiful. Where did I... Oh, Costa de Sol. She was giving lessons to Gigeru's women, and her voice... Gods, her voice, that soft tinkling of bells resonated in my very soul. I dare not say how her songs touched me. I think I'm too tired. I'm in trouble reading all this stuff. Do I believe the man's tale? Well, I believe that he believes it, though I do wonder. I doubt I would recognize someone I barely knew, whom I hadn't seen in 7 years. But even if there is the slightest of possibility that Philemon yet still lives, do we not owe it to Benfield to pursue it? I guess. What's this? Dexterity, hit rate, critical hit, mind, intelligence. I guess. Has so many earrings though. Dexterity, critical hit. If this woman resembling Philemon was employed at Costa del Sol, then that is where you should go. I will inform Alphon of these latest developments. You will only need concern yourself with the search. Master Gigeru should remember you from your past engagements, so I suggest that you waste no time and approach him directly. Okay, I think I'm done for the evening. I'm pretty tired. Anyway, this is audap. You're watching Final Fantasy XIV Online. I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.